The No More Domestic Violence campaign continues to gain momentum throughout the Northern Territory. The latest addition to the growing group of supporters involve members and friends of the NT Women Motorcycle Riders, taking part in the Ride Against Violence. Motorcycle enthusiasts and supporters from all walks of life gathered at the Darwin PCYC to hear founder Charlie King, OAM, speak about alarming domestic violence issues in the Northern Territory.
It certainly is an important event. It is Say No More to Family Violence campaign, which has been, as we know, initiated by Charlie King. He's the ambassador for breaking the cycle of domestic violence, and I thought it was a good idea to involve another part of our community to show support for the campaign. Being a member of NT Women Motorcycle Riders, I think it gives me a specific pleasure and privilege to represent that group and to represent Charlie's campaign to give support to the very important issue to break the cycle of domestic violence.
Welcome to you. Really so pleased to see you all here today, and so pleased to see this linking up event that's happening. I just want to tell you briefly, the No More campaign is a Territory initiative. It actually comes from the Northern Territory. It started a long time ago when old men, when we talked to them about family violence and just how big the problem was in the Northern Territory, and we'd tell them that, you know, this is how many women died, this is how many women are hurt, this is how many men are hurt, they would look at us and say no more. Last year, 80 women died in Australia at the hands of their intimate partner. This year it looks like it'll be 80 again unless we do something about it. 500,000 women in Australia are either sexually or physically abused every year. That's one every minute. We ride for an hour today. By the time we finish, 60 more women have been physically or sexually abused. That's not the world we want to live in. And I want to mention men as well. Men are abused in these relationships as well. 1 in 7 men in Australia have been subjected to family violence in some capacity. So thank you again. I feel so proud today. Thank you.
The ride took them through the heart of Darwin City, finishing at Nightcliff Oval, where they linked arms together with players from Nightcliff and Waratah Football Clubs, along with umpires, officials, politicians and community groups to show their support for the No More campaign.
Jeff, you're the president of the Nightcliff Footy Club. What's it mean to have an event like this happening in your patch?
Charlie, very important. I think, that football, as you know, goes right throughout the community, so I think this is a great, a great platform to promote the No More campaign, I think. It'll filter all through. We've got to lead by example, don't we? So that's what we're doing here today.
And the interesting thing here is that within this motorcycle family, there's people from all walks of life, which is no different to what happens in a football club, is it really?
Exactly. I've seen a couple of guys that I've known for years and years that have, some I didn't know rode the bikes, and they've come up and just spoke to me now, Charlie. So yes, it does spread. A community on its own, I suppose, like football. Yeah.
And the linking of arms is one thing, but there's a lot of other things that have got to happen. And one of the really good things is to send out a strong message by doing something. And we're actually doing something now, aren't we?
Well, Charlie, that's right. And you know and I know that we actually started to do something at our football club quite a few years ago. We had an incident we did something about. So I think and that's what the other clubs have got to embrace with their action plans, their domestic violence action, is to actually implement it and make sure they do something about it to stop it, you know.
Yeah, right, it's good,
Yeah.
but then you've got to do the implementation.
You must, yeah. You've got to put action to it. It's okay words, but you've actually got to do something, which we've done, and we'll continue to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great thing for the Nightcliff Football Club. You're the first one to write a domestic violence action plan, and now you have this strong event happening here with the Nightcliff Footy Club. That must be good for the club.
Great feeling, and I think, doesn't it reiterate the values, family values, that you do this at your club? I think it's a good thing to bring in, and it's an example for everybody, I think, Charlie. Yeah. So.
And what's your message about family violence?
It's simple, isn't it, Charlie? It's got to stop. We can't have any more of it. It's got to stop, mate. Honestly. Yeah.
Good on you, mate. Thanks.
No worries at all.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this afternoon to make a strong statement against family violence. I'm going to hand the script here to Katie Wolf from Mix 104.9. Katie's got a few words to say from this script. Good on you, Katie. Thanks.
Family violence is a problem for all of us as Territorians. 1 in 4 women are abused and 1 in 7 men. And the cost to the community is in the many hundreds of millions of dollars. The stats are damning, and history will record us poorly unless we deal with the issue. It's not the responsibility of someone else, it is the responsibility of every one of us. We are the problem if we do nothing, but we can be part of the solution if we do something. Today, the NT Women's Motorcycle Club and their supporters, men and women, have shown their support for the No More campaign. Today, they link arms with the Nightcliff Football Club, the Waratah Football Club and the NT umpires to send the strongest message possible that family violence is unacceptable. We congratulate them, and I ask you to join them by linking arms in solidarity against family violence.
So I'm here with Karina. Karina, you're from a club that's not part of the Northern Territory Women's Motorcycle Club.
Yeah, true it was, but we're not really here as any club, but there's a group of us here that race, so we're with Terra, the Top End Road Racing Association. We've also got a mob that we go out riding with on the weekends, not really a club, but a group of people that love riding, so we love to come out and support these events.
How did you find out about the event?
Facebook, there's about 5 different Facebook groups that had the event posted to it, so it was hard to miss.
And what about the whole linking up part of this, where it's actually linking people who ride motorbikes with people who kick footballs around?
It's great. It's all about the community, isn't it? It's everyone's involved in the community, so footballers, bike riders, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all humans. We're all part of it. So, and we're all, we're all here for a good cause.
And what's the message we should send out to the community about family violence?
So, no family violence. Say no.
John and Lachlan, great to see. Now, you were part of the ride. I didn't realise that, but what did you make of it all?
Oh, it was pretty good. Look, it's really good to see that many guys on motorbikes all to get together for a worthwhile cause.
And what is the message, John, do you think should come out of a ride like this about family violence?
Oh, look, I think it's not on, basically, and as I say, enough's enough, no more. And I think part of it too, like bringing my son along, is us as adults have to be role models to this and teach the younger generation that it's not acceptable either.
And this is an unlikely link up, if you like, the motorcycle family of Darwin meeting the football family of Darwin, if you like. But that's what we need to do. We need to have those sort of links, don't we?
Oh, you're right. And look, all these people, whether you're a footballer, you're a motorcyclist, you're a ballerina, we've all got families at home, and we're all susceptible to this, and it's not acceptable for anyone. And
Lachlan, what did you think of it all? Was it an exciting thing for you?
Yeah, it was really exciting.
Did you think anything about the message that was going out about family violence?
It was really to stop hurting your family members.
Glad that you say that. Well, there you go. He's got the message, John, and you got the message. Thanks for today.
No worries, Charlie. Thanks.